All right, so if you're new or relatively new to Amazon FBA, you're probably just like me when I first got started and you don't have a lot of money to lose. And even if you do, you probably don't have a strong desire to lose that money. So in this video, I'm gonna be going over the top 5 mistakes that we made early on to hopefully have you avoid them so that you could build a profitable Amazon FBA business. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell, as on a weekly basis, we'll be releasing new videos to help you grow and scale your Amazon FBA business. Now, when I started back in April of 2020, I didn't know what I was doing, and we legit made all 5 of these mistakes, and each of them cost us thousands and thousands of dollars in profit. So please pay attention to all 5 of these steps so hopefully you don't make the same mistakes and you can put those thousands of dollars back into your business and help it grow. So mistake number 1 is picking the wrong business model or picking multiple business models. I'm gonna quickly go over all of the different business models for selling on Amazon, but whichever one you pick, just make sure it's only one. And I'm not gonna go into too much detail with these because we did release a previous video that goes more in depth on each of these business models, and I'll link that in the description below. So model number 1 is by far the most popular model on Amazon, but it is also the riskiest. That is private label. That is the equivalent of, let's see, I have the supplement here, L-theanine, supposed to help me focus. I don't know if it does, but let's say you wanted to recreate this, right? You wanted to make your own better version of it. What you would do is go to a manufacturer or Alibaba, whatever, put your label on it, create a brand, and sell it on Amazon. Why is this risky? Because when you create this brand, what happens is your product is now listed all the way on the last page on Amazon. Nobody knows about it. Nobody's buying it. If you ever shopped on Amazon, what you do, you put in whatever you're looking for, and you probably only look at the top 1 to 5 products. Nobody's going to page 2, let alone the last page. This business model is really better for people who have either e-commerce experience or people who have large followings outside of Amazon, like on social media. If you have like 100, 200,000 followers, this might work because you can market to that audience already. The next model up is the arbitrage model. That's the same thing as going to a big box store like Walmart or Target, looking for this product and seeing if it sells for more on Amazon. This model works, let's be clear. But for most people who have a 9-to-5 job, this model is not time efficient. If you already have a job, how much time do you really have to visit stores, scan products, package them, send them to Amazon? It doesn't really work that well, but I would say this model works for people with extremely low budgets, like $300 or $400 would be great starter for this, and people in high school and college that have a lot more time to visit these stores and do that. Model 3, I'm definitely biased towards the one we run, is the wholesale model. That is the same as, instead of going to Walmart and Target and looking for this product, we go to the people that sell to them. Now you might be like, why would they sell to me? As long as you have a business entity, they will do business with you, especially if you have one in the US. So we go to them, we purchase them at a wholesale price, and then we sell it back on Amazon at a retail price. This model is extremely scalable because these distributors and suppliers already have large quantities that you can purchase. You also don't need to go to a store. All you need to do is really sit behind your laptop, place an order, receive it, or ship it to a prep center, and then have Amazon send it to the customer. Really simple model, really scalable model. So it's completely up to you which model you pick, but be sure to only pick one. When we started, we tried all 3, and it really just divvied up our attention and held us back from growing as quickly. We lost a lot of money on private label, and we wasted a lot of time on arbitrage, and wholesale took off for us. But whatever you pick, just pick one. Mistake number 2 is picking too many categories. Amazon has a lot of categories that you could choose from. I would just say avoid electronics, jewelry, and clothing when you first start off. Those have very high return rates and you don't want to deal with that as a new seller. So just pick maybe 1 to 3 to get started, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a lot more success in maybe 1 or 2 of those, and that's where you should focus your energy. When we first got started, we picked like 5 or 6 categories. We went health and household, beauty, grocery, kitchen and dining, pets. I'm sure there were more, but if we would have just focused on 2 to 3 of those, we really would have grown our business a lot quicker. You can make money in any of these categories. Just pick one, focus your time, energy, and building those supplier relationships, and watch how quickly you can get a 6 or 7 figure business. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen extremely quickly. Woo! Mistake number 3, not doing test orders. So anytime you order a product, right, we generally try to order only a month's supply at a time. When you first place an order for a product, just order a handful of units. We usually like to say about a week, and just see how it sells. If everything is good, then you can go up to a month. So make sure you do test orders. The last thing you want to do is tie up your capital in inventory that's not selling or not selling as quickly as you wanted it to. So test orders are extremely important. I'll show you in our free course how to actually calculate this information, but you really just want to get about a week's of supply, send it in, make sure it's selling well, then you can slowly start ramping up until you can get a full month's worth of inventory. Mistake 3 is not checking variations or reviews. So in this tool called ASIN there's a section where you can check the actual variations on a listing, and it'll give you the percentage of reviews that came in for that variation. This is extremely important. A variation listing is when Amazon pretty much combines all the different flavors or sizes of a product and puts it all into one. Now, you might think that the one you're selling is the one that's generating most of the sales, but usually it's not. It's maybe just one or two that are generating most of the sales. So one way to go about it if you're not using the tool is to go to the reviews, go to most recent, and see when the last review for your product was. A really simple metric that we like to use is for every 100 sales, you'll get 1 review. So let's just say today is February 5th. Let's just say the last review was February 2nd, and the review before that was January 28th. That means between that time, there were about 100 sales. So that'll give you kind of an idea of how many units it's selling per day. So be sure to check this before purchasing a product, because you don't want to purchase something that's really not selling, even though it looks like it's selling, because the listing has a bunch of ratings and reviews. So make sure to check that. So if this video is helping you at all, just make sure to hit that like button so we as a team know that these videos are resonating with you and helping you on your Amazon journey. So we'll continue to make videos just like this. Mistake 4, going out of stock. Amazon is always about keeping stuff in stock. They want to make sure that they have enough product to get to the customer. So I'll go back to this supplement as an example. If this sells 1,000 units a month, but you only shipped in 10 units, what's gonna happen is Amazon won't have enough units to get it to all their fulfillment centers around the US. So your 10 units might just be stuck in, let's just say I'm in New York, it's stuck in New York, but there's sales going on in California. You're not gonna benefit from that. And then when you go out of stock, Amazon is not gonna favor you when it comes to generating sales on this listing. Stay in stock on your winning product so you can keep on making money. We made a mistake when we first started where we had a listing, it was generating about $6 per sale, and we were selling about 1,000 units a month. So we were doing 6,000 on profit on this product. And what we were doing is we had all our capital tied up in products that really weren't making as much money as quickly. So we were just losing out on thousands of dollars because we weren't staying in stock on this product. We missed out on honestly close to 6 figures by not staying in stock on this product. So make sure when you have a product that's winning and generating money, purchase it. Keep purchasing it, keep making that money. Okay? All right. Mistake 5 is not just for the beginners, it's for everyone. You have to cut your losers. We talk to so many sellers on a monthly basis, and the biggest thing is that, let's just say you wanted to make $2 on a listing. And right now, if you were to drop your price, you would make $1.80 or whatever it may be. People are so stuck on whatever number they have in their head that they will just leave the inventory sitting there. You want to get rid of those losers that are not generating you the income so that you get your capital back and you can put it into your winners. Focus on the winners, cut the losers. This will help your business grow quickly. So anything that's not selling at the rate you wanted to or not generating the profit that it should be, get rid of it so you can get your capital back, put it into the right things. So for anyone looking for more help getting started and would like to join an FBA community of new sellers, we have a completely free course and community that you can join. Just click the button in the description and you'll be pinged right there, and we'll be there to help you along your way. And that course is designed to get you from making 0 to 1,000 in net profit per month. And we're right there to help you. Now you have all 5 mistakes that we made that literally lost us thousands, and when I really think about it, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars when we first got started. Hopefully you do not make the same mistakes. So please just be sure to hit the subscribe button, because next week and every week going forward, we'll continue to release these videos that are going to help you grow your business. See you soon.